India's Trishul drill is a symbolic gesture of regional power. When nations prepare for conflict, they frequently pretend to be preparing for peace. India's 2025 Trishul military exercise, a large-scale tri-service simulation, is being portrayed as a routine operation. However, routine, like most things in the security world, may be understood differently by multiple perspectives. On the surface, Trishul represents military modernization and readiness, but beneath that surface is a silent message about intent and hierarchy, a reminder of who controls the pace in the region's security environment. Trishul can be considered ambitious security theater. Trishul, which involves land, air, and naval forces across a 1,000-kilometer front, is the most ambitious joint exercise since Operation Sindoor. According to a press release from India's Ministry of Defense, the goal of Trishul was to bolster cooperation between the Indian Navy, Army, and Air Force. Trishul was conducted near Sur Creek, a highly disputed territory between India's Gujarat and Pakistan's Sindh province. By conducting Trishul near this strategically sensitive area, India seems to be showcasing its military readiness. Strategic theorists frequently claim that when a state's defense preparations are heightened by spectacle, they gain an element of performative deterrence. American economist Thomas Schelling referred to this as the art of coercion and intimidation, which involves exploiting visible capabilities to alter enemies' potential reactions. India's exercise fits that pattern perfectly. Trishul's time, scope, and position project not only preparation, but also a posture that signals to neighboring states where military power lies. The language around Trishul provides more nuance. Indian commanders have spoken of a new normal in which any cross-border provocation may result in a full military reaction. That is a doctrinal shift with major geographical implications. Now, the escalation threshold appears to be more fluid. South Asia's security, which was already vulnerable to misunderstanding, is now working in a context that blurs deterrence and domination. This will undoubtedly lead to more security misunderstandings. Issues arise with displays of military prowess. History offers useful caution. Across 2016 and 2019, India's carefully calibrated military responses to perceived threats were popular at home but unnerving across the region. Each instance, however brief, incrementally changed the bounds of what constituted acceptable military posturing. Exercises such as Trishul, therefore, may serve less as training routines than as symbolic gestures aimed to remind rather than reassure. There is also a maritime complication worth mentioning. The Arabian Sea, once a trade channel, is now becoming a competitive arena. India's increased naval exercises, combined with its Indo-Pacific ambitions, indicate a shift from coastal defense to a role in deciding the trajectory of the region's security. For the wider region, such patterns can readily translate into worry, not from an impending threat, but from an inferred sense of power. British political scientist Barry Buzan once said, "In regional security complexes, proximity magnifies perception." When a major power operates near contested or shared spaces, the neighbors are obligated to interpret purpose through action.